YouTube, Just Recreations. I'm coming to you on March 5th with naked hair. No, I'm not naked, so you can see my top, but naked hair. But I just did a wash with the Trader Joe's Nurse Spa, and basically I am in between getting ready to prepare to do a deep condition, and I believe for the deep condition I'm going to use the remainder of my Hesh Amla powder, and I'm going to mix that with the tea tree tingle. So I'm going to kind of just mix the two of those, and then when I'm prepared to wash the treatment out, or once I rinse the treatment out, I'm going to use the Nurse Spa conditioner. So this will be my co-wash once I rinse my deep conditioner out. And last but not least, yes, I will be using the Tangle Teezer, so hopefully be using the two together. So I'll try to bring you a snippet of a video of me doing that. I also have not done a lymph check in a while, so my hair is still dripping, but I'm going to do a very quick lymph check. So my hair in the front is growing, yes. Side one. Side two. And so I'm definitely collarbone length. A little bit thick, so you can't necessarily see my collarbone, but I can feel my collarbone underneath. And side two. So yes, ladies and gents, definitely growing. I'm going to jump back into my protective styling versus wearing my puff, which I let you know if you watched my video earlier in the week. I had been rocking a puff for several days, and honestly that had been, or is my backup style, but I need to kind of get away from that. So on to protective styling, I'll probably rock either two-strand twist or Bantu knots if I do a Bantu knot out, because I did actually experiment with that partially, and I like the curls that were created from the Bantu knot out, so I'm going to, I think, attempt that again. Anyway, look for another video from me a little bit later on today, or a continuation of this one. Peace and blessings always. Bye. Okay guys, I had to come to you really quickly after I did my application of my Trader Joe's tea tree tingle and my Hesh Amla mixture. That is what I currently have on my hair. And you guys, I'm telling you, my hair, my head, my scalp is tingling. Now I've seen other reviews where a few people had indicated that the tea tree tingle did not really tingle. I don't know if it's because they didn't leave it on their scalp long enough. I'm not sure if it's because I massaged it in slightly. But you guys, it is tingling. It feels invigorating. It feels wonderful. But I'm not certain how long I'm going to leave this deep conditioning mix on. But I'm actually getting ready to wrap my hair in saran wrap, or well, Target brand saran wrap, and put on a shower cap on top of that, and then my bonnet on top of that, and I'm going to kind of let my body heat, just kind of make it do what it do to do deep conditioning for me. And more than likely I'll leave it on anywhere from an hour to possibly 3 or 4. It just depends on what I decide to get into today, but probably just a lazy day at home because it is raining. But anyway, ladies and gents, and it's stretching and elongating my curls, or coils, because I don't really have curly hair, but coily hair. And even the area in the front where I had a slight bit of heat damage does not seem quite as bad. So we'll see after I rinse this out, and I'll bring to you the additional parts of this wash day, the condition, the tangle day at home. Peace and blessings always. Hey YouTube, Just Recreations here. I am coming to you after I have rinsed out my Amla and tea tree tingle. About to forget what I did since this has been about 5 hours. But my tea tree tingle and my Amla, I mixed the Amla with warm distilled water, and then I included, what you see, it's about to here. So a little bit goes a long way with the tea tree tingle. And might I add, it tingled. And honestly, it tingled up until I rinsed it out. So that definitely, for me, the Tea Tree Tingle by Trader Joe's is a keeper. Potentially, I may get the shampoo for the Tea Tree Tingle and see how it works, because it is paraben-free. But honestly, using the Nourish and Spa, I'll determine how I feel about the parabens, because they are ingredients that are listed towards the end of the ingredients listing. So honestly, that means it's not as much of a paraben within the product. So, you know, it is what it is. But ladies and gents, let me tell you, my hair feels wonderful. It is nourished. It is soft. It hopefully will be easy to detangle. And I'm just going to give you a snippet of me detangling with the Tangle Teezer before I sign off to actually do my hair in my normal regimen way, where I actually have it parted in 4 puffs. But I just wanted you guys to see what my hair looked like freshly rinsed. And you guys, again, it feels wonderful. And actually, my coils are popping. In some of the areas where I don't have as much of a curl or coil pattern, you know, it still looks and feels very soft and very refreshed. But next, I'm going to try the Nourish Spa conditioner for my detangler. And I'm going to use a pretty ample amount. And I'm telling you, my hair already feels like silk. So the detangling really should not be that difficult. But you know, I wash and detangle my hair every week. That's generally and typically my routine. And I'm going to take a tip. I'll put her name in the description box, or I'll run it across the video. My thoughts are losing me right now, but I've watched several reviews of the Tangle Teezer, and she indicated, I'm calling her she, but again, I'll put her name across the video, or I'll put it below in the description. But she indicated that it works better for her going from the bottom through, and it's going through like silk, ladies and gents. And now I'll go through the top, and it's going through like silk. Like silk. Now I'm going to take my large tooth comb, and it goes through like silk. So, Tangle Teezer, and this is actually my first portion of hair that I'm detangling. It's a definite yes for the Tangle Teezer. This is definitely a keeper. I will come back to you once I've gotten closer to finishing my hair, and I'll give a final determination on how I feel the Tangle Teezer works as a detangler. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, I'm working on detangling the balance of my hair. I've actually switched my routine a little bit as I detangle. I'm actually using my fingers to detangle portions of my hair, and where my hair is a little bit kinkier textured, which is through my crown area, I'm finding, and thank you Kimmy too, because I was actually looking at a few videos in between detangling my hair. I tell you, it's usually my entire weekend process, but finger detangling has helped immensely. So still using the Tangle Teezer, but finger combing as well, which does help immensely. And then making sure it's plenty wet. And there you see a tangle right there. And I've had a few fairy knots, which they're not so fairy considering that they're there. But just working them out with my fingers, and I've had 1 or 2 that I've cut them out just because it was a little easier to cut them than deal with the strings and where they may potentially be. But as you see, the Tangle Teezer is fairly well gliding through my section. So, hands down, I do like the Tangle Teezer. You just kind of have to modify its usage to work what works best for you. But just to give you an indication of how much hair has shed since I've used the Tangle Teezer, very minimal shed hair. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it's not really a lot. I hadn't detangled my hair in 2 weeks, so that's actually not bad. I had protective style for a week, and then wore a puff for a week. So